Hello and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Karen. Let's look at some posh people at a posh university who want to end the state of Israel.
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
It has been 11 days since students set up this University of Sydney Gaza Solidarity Encampment. 11 days since students said enough is enough to university management. Enough with the partnerships with weapons manufacturers. Enough with the memorandums of understandings. Enough with inviting Israeli universities to our campus to spew propaganda. Enough is enough.
I want to say that I'm privileged and proud to stand with you because this is a historic moral moment. It's an issue of our times, and it's like the cases in the past of South Africa and East Timor, where the world is rising up in protest against the crimes and the atrocities which our governments and our universities are complicit in. It's very impressive to see that the students are the ones, like you and around the world, that are standing up and speaking out when everybody else is remaining silent. This is very important, and I congratulate you all, and I'm proud to stand with you. You're making history, and for me it's a particularly poignant moment. My parents were survivors of the Holocaust. Both my mother and grandmother survived Auschwitz, and they always asked, why did the world turn away? Why didn't nobody do anything? We now know the answer to that. Our leaders, our politicians and the universities are doing exactly that, and after 6 months, it's to your credit that you are standing up and speaking out so loudly. I'm very moved and impressed. Let me say something quite explicit about the slogan which is in front of you here, from the river to the sea. I want to say something that doesn't need explaining because you all understand, but for the record and for the people down the road here who are smearing us for these slogans, let me say it quite clearly. We are standing for liberation. We are standing for justice for the Palestinians and for the Israelis and Jews from the river to the sea. This is not to annihilate anybody. It's not to get rid of anybody. It's to stand for justice and human rights. And that's why we say from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
من النهر للبحر فلسطين رح تكون حرة. هاي المقولة ايش بنعني فيها لما نحكيها؟
احكي بالنسبة للعربي
عربي.
يعني انه تبقى فلسطين دولة واحدة من البحر المتوسط للبحر للبحر الميت والنهر الأردن ومن شمالها لجنوبها انه كل عم السلام يروح الاحتلال يزيل عنا.
That occupation just fades away.
And what happens to the Israelis?
وايش يصير انه في الاسرائيليين اذا كانت كلها لفلسطين؟
يعني انه يا بلاقوا دولة ثانية يعيشوا فيها يا اما بنعيش مع بعض بسلام يعني.
Like either find another land for them or we live in peace together.
لما نحكي او بالاحرى هم كثير بيسمعوا نحكي انه فلسطين رح تكون حرة من النهر للبحر. ان شاء الله. ان شاء الله. شو يعني هذه العبارة؟ ولما يصير هذا الاشي شو رح يكون النظام؟ فأولاً إيش يعني؟ بعدين شو النظام رح يكون؟
ايش يعني انها تكون حرة؟
من النهر للبحر.
انها تكون حرة من دون احتلال.
That it be free without occupation.
انه احنا نكون عايشين على طبيعتنا بدون اي قيود.
That we live freely without any restraints.
ناخذ حريتنا بكل شيء، سواء بالخارجات بالطلعات بكل شيء.
Everything, whether it's going in, it's going out, with everything.
Between the two sides, between the West Bank and Israel.
ما بين الضفة الغربية وإسرائيل يعني؟
لا.
ولا ايش يعني نطلع ونعبر زي ما بدنا؟
وبتمنى كمان انها فلسطين اللي هي عرب ال 48 انها نرجع احنا عادي، ما مش اسرائيل، لا اللي هي دولة فلسطين.
We hope that all the Palestinians and the Arabs of 1948 go back to the occupied land of 1948, not into Israel.
So meaning, she means Israel doesn't exist.
هذا معناه إنه من النهر للبحر ما راح تكون في إسرائيل.
لا إن شاء الله لا.
That's what it means. So she said no, we don't want it to be. So yes, that's what it means.
Okay. Nothing else. Oh, what will be the system?
شو راح يكون النظام طيب لما الإشي يروح؟
كيف يعني النظام؟
Will it be Islamic? Will it be democratic?
So she just asked, what do you mean by what the system is? هل راح يكون إسلامي؟ هل راح يكون ديمقراطي؟ هل راح يكون؟
لا ديمقراطي طبعا أكيد.
Democratic.
أكيد.
For sure.
So what happens to all the Israelis?
طيب شو بيصير في كل الإسرائيليين؟
يتصرفوا حالهم يدبروا حالهم. هاي
They
مشكلتهم.
can figure it out. It's their problem.
If you could expel all the Jews from historic Palestine, would you?
Yes.
That's it? No explanation? Okay. If you could expel the Jews from all of historic Palestine, would you?
السؤال بسيط، إذا بتقدروا تطردوا كل اليهود من فلسطين 48
تمام.
مستعدين؟
مستعدين.
أو إنه
طبعا. طبعا أكيد.
Would you be willing to? Do you want it to happen? They said yes.
Okay.
And 2 ran away.
And one ran away, no?
1, 2.
Okay. Okay, everyone says yes? Yes?
اه لو إذا بتقدروا اضطروا كل
إذا
الإسرائيليين.
بنقدر.
If we can we would, yes.
Okay. How?
كيف؟
شو كيف؟ بدنا نكتلهم ونطلعهم من هالبلاد. كيف أخذوا أرضنا بدنا نرجعها.
The way they took our land, we would take it back. Someone said, and he said we would kill them and take it back.
Remind everyone that Zionists do not speak for us. They claim that solidarity with Palestine and action against Israel makes Jews unsafe. But the fact is that nobody is safe when any other oppressed peoples remain an acceptable target for government violence in any state. Erasing Palestinian voices makes Zionists feel safe, lets them retreat into their fantasy of a nation state that exists outside of history, that they can belong to in a sort of metaphysical state, in a metaphysical way that excuses diaspora Jews from doing the work of building a liberated, diverse and intersectional home right here in Australia, where we live.
Sorry, I just need to hear that bit again.
That excuses diaspora Jews from doing the work of building a liberated, diverse and intersectional home right here in Australia, where we live. Zionism is a displacement of a religious faith onto a political entity. The more Israel fails to live up to that faith, the harder Zionists have to cling to it, the more they have to justify to keep that feeling of safety it gives them. And the more they need to convince the rest of us Jews that we have to be unsafe because the alternative is that they are wrong. But we know that the safety Zionist ideology offers is a lie. It is a lie that has been bought with the blood of Palestinians for 75 years. It is a lie. It is a lie that siphons off the resources and the organizing energy of the Jewish diaspora to run interference for a corrupt government. It is a lie that allows white supremacists to use us, to use the Jewish community to launder their reputations. Because as long as they claim to stand with Israel, they don't have to stand against any of the people who actually harm us. It gives far-right anti-Semites, including some of the organizations we're up against today, the green light to indulge in racism of all forms, as long as they support Israel. Safety comes from, thank you, safety comes from activists fighting together, much like we are at this encampment, for an intersectional, liberated and decolonized community space here in Australia. Safety has to be built on a regular basis by strengthening our local communities, maintaining relationships, leaning on people and supporting people, coming together and learning from each other. Safety is in solidarity, not in isolation.
Supporting genocide.
When you say from river to sea, Palestine will be free, what do you mean?
The person who says that, he mean that the historical Palestine is within the Jordanian River and the Mediterranean.
Okay. And what does it mean to be free? What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Free for its people, for the Palestinians.
Okay. So a person who lives today in Haifa or Akka, who's Muslim Palestinian, they're not free?
According to the people who says that, I think they believe that they are not free.
Okay, so how will they become free?
They can become free if they have their own right to أعطيني شكلي to هذا 12 10 32 بس بدي شكلي. To be free, it means that you have your self-determination, not to be under occupation, not to be under the rule of any other state.
Okay, can Israel still exist and they be free?
You know, there is a treaty signed between PLO and Israel, okay? And the treaty is very clear. And to establish two states, live side by side, peace, Israel. And
So yes,
Palestine.
basically yes, as long as
basically
they
yes.
have their collective
And,
rights. That's what you mean.
This is the only chance to live in peace together here, not to keep in conflict or in wars anymore. I hope that the coming elections in Israel it bring moderate leadership to continue working for that and to keep away the slogan from the river to the sea. Two states, it can be viable.
Okay, so people who say from river to sea Palestine will be free, you think they are against two states?
You know, there is some Israelis in the
No,
Israeli side.
let's say Palestinians. Only Palestinians.
Okay. Among the Israeli leadership, a lot of them says Israel is
River to sea.
from the Mediterranean till to Furat.
No, they don't say that. No, they say from river to sea. They don't say that river. It means the Jordan. Trust me on this.
They mean Jordan?
They mean the Jordan. I swear.
That's
But when Palestinians say it, they mean they're against two states, do you think? Or for you?
Some Palestinians are against two states. Some Palestinians and some Israeli fundamentalists. You know, where are you from? From Israel?
فلسطين راح تكون حرة. إيش قصدنا بهاي المقولة؟
نهر البحر إنه فلسطين يعني بالنهاية راح
That in the end, Palestine.
يعني كيف بدي أقول لك راح تتحرر.
Palestine will be free.
يعني تكون معجزة.
It will be a miracle that it becomes free.
يعني مستحيل إنه النهر ينمزج مع البحر.
Because it's impossible that river meets the sea.
فبقول لك يعني إنه راح يكون
في
معجزة إنه
that it'll be a miracle that there'll be all free, like one land, one people.
Okay, so what does that mean? What happens to the Israelis? How are they
وإيش
involved?
بصير يعني بالإسرائيليين إذا صار هذا الشيء؟
إيش أقول لك يصير فيهم يعني؟
Like I don't know what to tell you. What happened to them?
يعني بصراحة رح نضل يعني في رباط إلى يوم القيامة.
Like we'll always be connected till last
يعني
day.
فيش نهاية للإسرائيليين.
Like there's no like just end for Israelis. Like
يعني
So they'll stay.
يعني راح يضلوا.
راح يضلوا بس إحنا
Yes, they'll stay.
يعني في القرآن الكريم
but in Quran
موجود إنه راح نضل إحنا في رباط إلى يوم القيامة. راح نضل
that
نجاهد.
will always be connected. مجاهد.
نجاهد يعني.
That will always be fighting.
So if the Israelis stay and it's all Palestine is free, what is it? What is it? A democratic state, an Islamic state? What is it?
إنه يعني إذا صارت فلسطين حرة وضلوا الإسرائيليين فأي نوع من دولة راح تكون؟ إنه ديمقراطية أو عنصرية؟
يعني يظلوا طبعا راح تضل عنصرية.
It'll always be non-democratic.
راح تضل عنصرية.
Why?
لأنه الاحتلال بصراحة وجعنا كثير.
Because the occupation really hurt us.
شهداء، جرحى، إصابات، يعني في كثير أشياء.
Like a lot of things.
يعني إحنا بنخسر وطننا عليه.
Yeah, like we're losing our land.
Yeah, so I don't understand why so many people in Australia are lying about what it means. It just means what it means. And it's not hard to look it up and check what it means, especially if you're a professor at a university. You'd think, wouldn't you? Anyway, that's enough of me whinging about the world. See you later. Bye.